Hello everyone. I am back. I am so sorry for what happened earlier. All of a sudden, my internet, for some reason, it stopped. I don't know, it must have been some sort of glitch because Molly was doing some work on her computer for school, and same thing happened. Like whatever she was in, the connection was gone. So I want to welcome you back. If hello there, if you were watching earlier, and I tried to go live at 5, but I am back. Yay! Some of you guys are back. This is awesome. So I tried to go live at 5. We got into it and then I got shut down. So I am happy to say that yes, I am back. I am excited to now share with you, yes, our fun fold for Friday. And I want to thank you guys for coming back and joining me. If you missed earlier, well, guess what? You didn't miss anything because I did not get a chance to actually create the fun fold because I lost connection with my computer. So here we are, we're back. I've had dinner. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to, have a bite to eat, a snack, maybe because you were in your craft room, you got busy creating something. Who knows? But we're back together now, which is what is important. And I am excited to share with you the fun fold for today. So this fun fold is one that I did probably a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, over 2 years ago actually, was when I originally did it for one of my monthly fun folds that I do every single month. It's an appreciation fun fold, and if you happen to watch lives, I do tend to give away my fun folds as thank yous, as well as if you happen to place an order of $50 or more in any given month, then you end up with a fun fold mailed to you in the mail, and then I send you a video so that you can create 3 cards using that fold. So I am going to share with you one that is from way back. It was one of my favorites, and I'm excited to head on down to my workspace. So yeah, thank you guys so much for popping back on and joining me. Hopefully, I didn't want to go live too quickly after, because I didn't want the same issue to happen, because I knew that it was something that was going on with our internet, because Molly's computer went down as well. I knew that it wasn't just my computer, so I wanted to give it a little bit of time to work its way out before I popped on again, so that I didn't get shut down again right away. But having said that, those of you, yay, yes, I am back. Those of you that are on the East Coast, it just means it's getting late for you. So I didn't want to go any later than 7 o'clock. So I'm glad some of you are still awake. I see that my guess is as likely some of those that were from other areas of the world, they are probably asleep now. So they'll have to catch the replay. But thank you guys all for joining me. And those of you that weren't able to join at 5 o'clock, guess what? Here you are here with us now. So this is awesome. So I'm going to be using products from the Storybook Moments suite. So this is out of the mini spring catalog. And I'm going to be using these papers right here. So these are the Storybook Moments. I love them. They are so cute. So that's what I'm going to be using. I am going to be doing a fun fold that I also had to do or I didn't have to, but I was asked to present on a island little get-together gathering kind of convention thing that we had. I guess it was about 2 years ago when these new, or these not so new, in colors first came out. So these are the in colors. This is the Moody Mauve. We've got Pebble Path, Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, and Boho Blue. So these 5 colors are the colors that are actually going to be retiring very, very shortly. So if you love any of these colors, now is when you want to stock up, because they put out the last chance list for the annual catalog. Usually we'll get it sometime this month and we will find out what is going out. And as demonstrators, we get a chance to actually see the new catalog coming up at the end of the month. So I love the fact that we get to see it early. But we also, once they kind of make those announcements, if any of these colors you are wanting to get, cardstock, inks, patterned papers, ribbons, embellishments, any of those things, they go so quickly. The in colors that go out, so the out colors we'll call them, which are going to be these 5, they always go very quickly. They start running out usually end of March. By April, you're lucky if you get them. Okay, so I just wanted to give you that heads up. We will be bringing in 5 new colors though. Yay. So we'll have to see what those are. And yeah, I'm excited for 5 new colors, right? All right, so the fun fold. Are you ready for it? So one of my favorites, you can pop in like a package of tea, perhaps a Ghirardelli chocolate, a gift card. It's a great way to give money, this sort of fun fold. So here we have it. Are you ready? Here we go. It says here, I am up until midnight. Anyways, Mary, you know what? I am often up late myself. Okay, so as I pull it up, do you see a little pocket that is raising up as well with a little greeting? Isn't that cute? I love this. This is why I love this fun fold. And then it goes back down. So that's why it's great. You can pop something in here. You don't have to seal it off or anything. You can just kind of tuck it in there because it ends up holding in there tight with this area here that ends up being sealed off. Okay, and it is wide enough that yes, a gift card, yes, a tea bag, a little chocolate, all those things would fit in there, as well as some sort of money bill tucked in. Okay, so that is going to be our fun fold. See how it goes in like that? That is going to be our fun fold for tonight. Okay, so if you happen to catch the measurements earlier today, I did post in a photo what to have ready for your fun fold. We have got a piece of 11 by 4 1/4. Okay, so it is going to be cut right in half like that. We have got a piece of white that is 7 by 3 1/2. We have got 2 pieces of beautiful Storybook Moments paper. One is 3 1/4 by 4, and one is 1 3/4 by 4. So these papers here are going to replace the texture and the dies that I've got pressed on here. Okay, so just a different look for tossing up this fun fold, to have a different look with different products. So instead of using a texture, you can definitely use your pattern papers, and I think you're going to love how this turns out. Now, instead of this piece here, I am going to bring in, because the Storybook Friends has these amazing dies, we are going to use this die cut as a focal point. And then I got to decide whether I put a little kind of rabbit in the center of it, which was cut out of the papers, or I'm leaning towards, so that I can kind of pop it out more, a white backdrop, which I might add a little color, we'll see, and then this cute little squirrel here. So I might put that one on. Okay, all right, let's see here. Oh my goodness, we've got Lance and his buddy here that are joining in. They're chiming in as we create tonight. So hello Lance, hello Aaron. They're enjoying, well, let's talk about this for a minute. So the boys escaped down to Arizona, to escape all of the cold weather and the rain that we were having here. And I think that yesterday, now they can let me know if I'm right or wrong. I know that they have had pouring rain today and it's been cooler. And yesterday, maybe they had some rain. I'm not sure. But I know it's been cooling down. And yesterday here, as you guys saw, as I was walking Jim out at the pier at Sydney, it was like sunny and beautiful. I sent Lance a little message saying that I think that we ended up with their Arizona weather here as they ended up with some rain. So now they got nothing better to do than watch us create, right? Okay, so back to our pieces here. I hope that some of you had a chance to prep this. If not, you can definitely take a screenshot and then you can go ahead and you can watch this again and you can create along. Okay, you can watch the replay. All right, but let's jump on in. The nice thing was I didn't get too far before the connection went and I lost everything and had to turn it all off. So at least I wasn't right in the middle of the project, which is nice. So we can kind of start from the beginning like we were before. So I'm going to go over what to do for some scoring. Okay. So the item that you're going to want to have ready to go if you're going to create along with me is going to be your scoring tool. And I am going to start with our card base, and I'm just gonna put this, let's see, I'm gonna cover up all of this stuff here. And I'm gonna pop this over in this side so that if you wanna create along, I find I'm kind of a visual learner myself, so this way, as you hear the measurements, you can also see them, which is kind of nice. Kind of helps you out a little bit just in case you don't quite hear me clearly. But we're going to start by scoring at 3.5 from one end. So I did get these scores done, but I'm going to pretend I didn't. Okay, let's see. Maybe Lance did he should have taken some card supplies down, right? I tell you, they could all be sitting around making a fun fold right now as it's raining outside. They should have, you're right. Good call, Donda. Next time, right? I'll pack them something in the suitcase. Okay, so we're gonna go 3.5 inches in from the one end and we're gonna score, all right? Then we're gonna flip it. Oh, it's fun heckling them from back home, right? Then we're gonna go in from this direction and we are going to score at 2 inches. Okay, so we're going in 3.5 on one side and then 2 inches on the other. So that's where we're going to start. Okay, that one is good. We can put it aside. All right, now what I'm going to do, you're taking good notes, perfect. What I'm going to do is we're going to bring in our white piece, and I think, if I remember right, I had just finished scoring this when we lost our connection, so I'll go over this scoring as well, just in case we have some new people that are creating along at this point. And we're going to go in on, again, I'll put this here so you can see it. We're going to go in at half an inch on one end, and you're going to go ahead and score it. Okay, so I'll let you go ahead and do that. As you can see, I've already done this one. And then you're going to turn it around, and on the other end, you're going to go in at 2 inches. Okay. So you got half an inch on one side and 2 inches on the other. All right, that is, I mean, that's as tricky as this fun fold gets. So this is the best type of fun fold because it looks like it would be really hard to do, but it's not, which is nice. Okay, so if you missed it, this is what we are going to be creating, this little lifting fun fold. That is going to be our Friday night fun. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with putting together the base of the card first. So I want you to grab your bone folder here, and we're going to just burnish. That's the top, and this is the bottom. Okay, and they should pretty much meet in the center. So that's pretty close. I think I got a little tiny bit of a gap, but that's not too bad. Okay, so that is the base. Now we're gonna grab a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna start by decorating up the top piece and the bottom. And this is where you're gonna pull in your pieces of pretty papers, and you're just gonna glue them on. Let's see if I can get my glue going here. Ooh, come on, it's a new one too. Do you know what I did is I left the lid off earlier when I stopped things, so I think it's just clogged a little bit. I'm just gonna get it going here on the end. There, that's got it. Okay. So we're going to glue this one on the top, and then we're going to glue the green one on the bottom. Okay, so now it's unclogged and now it's coming out like crazy. There. Okay. Pop the lid on. So we're going to go and put this one up here like that. And then we're going to add this one down here on the bottom. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Okay. These are such sweet papers. It reminds me of the storybooks, of course, that we read when we were younger. This one reminds me of Mr. McGregor's Garden. It was a storybook that I recall. Now we're going to seal off the bottom portion here. So you can see that this piece right here is like a little pocket. So we need to add a little bit of glue in here. And you can use tear tape. I'm just going to use liquid glue, and I'm just going to go kind of sparingly with it there on the sides. And I'm just going to squeeze that shut. Okay, I would recommend either one or the other. Tombow glue, once it dries, it has a very strong hold. If you use just a tape runner, sometimes if you have either a moving part in a card, or which we're going to have, or if you have something, a pocket that things have to go into, sometimes when you go to put something in it, they end up kind of releasing on the sides, the stick, like it doesn't hold it. So you want to use something that's strong. So I would recommend the tear and tape. If you have some Stampin' Seal Plus, that works. Some of you may still have some of that red peel and stick tape as well, which was for 3D projects. You want to do something that's going to have that strength to it. Okay. All right. So I've got my pocket. I've got this on top. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prepare this piece right here. This is it. Okay. The white. Now, when we attach this, we're going to attach it so that it ends up being pulled up. So you can see on the side here, I'm going to try and put an angle so you can see it. When I pull it up, you can see that this portion here, this 1/2 inch portion, is glued up ends up being glued onto the top flap. Okay. And then this part here is folded towards us. So what you're going to do, I want you to go ahead and I want you to use your bold folder and fold your 1/2 inch, give it a crease backwards, and then take the bottom and fold it up and give it a burnish. This is going to create the pocket. Okay. How we doing okay? For those that are creating along, hopefully this isn't too fast. Okay. Doing okay? I think so. All right. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start thinking about how I want to decorate up the inside. So this is why I was thinking it would be cute to use this one on the front, because it has the little butterflies it's catching, and within, I had a couple butterflies laying around here. Let's see, I've got one left. What happened to the other one? I'll see if I can find another one. But these little butterflies were also in the die cut sheets in the Storybook Moments pattern paper. So I thought it would be cute to have a couple of those up the side instead of hearts. And then we're gonna do a little greeting here, and then we'll put this one on the front. So I'm just gonna see if I can spot where those other two little butterflies, where they happen to fly off to. I'm gonna see if I have another one in the package. I think I do. Yeah, there is a couple in here. So this is where I am pulling them from. These are the sheets that are in the Storybook Moments, and I have been using them. That's why some of them are already popped out, but they're cute characters. There's mice, there's ducks, there's raccoons, there's sheep, there is little squirrels, and then a whole bunch of like little veggie and flower garden other cutouts that go along. So I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use 2. So I'm going to do a couple different colors, and I'm going to pop those on the side, kind of flying up the side like that. And I'm going to decide what greeting that I'm going to put down here first. So I don't want to glue those on yet until I stamp my greeting, because if my greeting doesn't turn out, then I've already glued those on. So I want to wait a moment, and I want to stamp this first and make sure it turns out. So I'm going to take the greetings from Storybook Friends, and I'm going to decide on a couple that I'm going to use. I had thought about, let's see here. There's a thank you very much, a hello spring. I think I want to make it an Easter card. So I'm going to do a little Easter greetings, and I'm going to do a happy spring. So I might put happy spring on the front, and then I'm going to put Easter greetings right here. I think that's what we're going to go for. Okay, so I'm going to grab those, and I have got, let's see, a couple blocks here. I'm just debating on what colors I want to do these in. I think I'm going to do a little Old Olive, and let's see what other colors we have in here. I might do Old Olive for both of the greetings, actually. I do like the Old Olive. Although the coral might be cute because it's going to be kind of down here. So I think I will grab Old Olive and Calypso Coral. And we want the Happy Easter and what was the other one we wanted? Hello Spring, I think is the other one we wanted, right? Happy Spring. Let's see if I can find it in here. Oh, there it is. Happy Spring. There it is. Okay. Now, there is all of these really adorable, there's kind of the full size there, because it's hard to tell on the front because they're so little. They're only at 75% of the size, but there is all the cute little characters that come in this set, and then the set of dies that go with it. Not only do they cut out the fabulous frames, but they also cut out all of the characters as well. So you could definitely take the time to stamp a bunch of them and cut them out. I'm just going to use some of the die cuts that come with the papers, rather than you guys, you know, watching me color tonight, because this is more about learning the fun fold than it is the actual coloring. I want you guys to get down the fun hole, okay? So I'm gonna grab my inks. Let's see. So coral, old olive. Okay. This is what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna do a little old olive on the inside. And when you go to stamp this, I want to make sure, see how this is kind of a little bit springy? I don't want to stamp on a surface that's like that. Like I don't want to take a chance of when I go to press it down, the stamp kind of slides on the paper because it's up like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually lay it down this way flat so that it's on a flat surface. And when I go to stamp it, you can see how it's kind of disappearing like that. It disappears fully when it is about, let's see here, maybe almost a ½ inch down. And when you pull it up, you know, you have a fair amount of space in there. You just want to do a greeting that's not going to be take up like this whole area, because you're going to not see the bottom half. And if you're too close to the edge, then you're going to see that greeting too soon. Okay, you want to see it when you pull the card open. So we're going to go with the Easter greetings, and we're going to go with it sitting about ½ inch down. That should be good. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, that works. And then, I mean, if you wanted to, you could stamp, you know, a little something there as well, or you could go ahead and you could glue, maybe I'll glue one of the butterflies right there. So then you would see the butterfly as well. Okay, so we'll glue one of those down and then we'll put the other ones on the side. So now we've got our greeting, and that is going to hide in this little pocket. I'm going to give that a second to set up. I know that we're good. This is all stamped and it turned out fine. So that means it's okay to go ahead. If you're going to glue anything up the side of here, you can do that. So I'm going to add a couple more butterflies, just like that. Okay, like so. And then this is how you line it up so that it opens and closes perfectly. Okay, so you want to go ahead and you can stick that part, tuck it into the pocket. And actually, you know what I'm going to do so that this kind of pops in and out of there a little bit easier. I'm just going to stretch it slightly, just holding the sides because they might not be set up perfectly yet, perfectly dry, but I'm going to just pop that bone folder in so that this will fit in there. See how that goes in there? Much easier. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to line up this edge. So you're going to straighten it flat again. You can see that ½ inch score line, and you're going to put it so that it is, there's the score for the actual card base. You're going to put it so that it's sitting just below there. Okay, this is important. You don't want to stick it right on the actual score line, because then when you go to open and close it, it's going to cause an issue. So you want to go ahead and you want to pop it right underneath there. Okay, so just slightly under. And then you can either use your tear tape. Again, mine is not here, so I'm going to go ahead with my liquid glue, and it will end up setting up perfectly fine once it's dry. But if you happen to have the tear tape, I would go ahead and use some of that. And then you can go ahead and you're just going to close the card. Okay, this is going to make it so that it is gluing in the perfect position that when I go to open this up again, it's going to pull that piece up with it. Okay, can I see your measurements again. Absolutely. So measurements for the white is, okay, there's that one. Now I got a blob of glue on this one. This one, so this was a piece that was 7 by 3.5. We scored it at a 1/2 inch at one end, which you can see that's the piece I'm gluing. And then 2 inches from the bottom, this is this white piece. That ends up being pulled up like that, okay? And then this actual card base is 11 by 4.25, and it is scored at 3.5 from one end and 2 inches from the other, okay? So I'll just put that back over there. And all of this will be, you can watch the replay and you'll be able to follow along with it, okay? So I'm going to attach this, I think, onto here because I want to use this piece and I want to pop that up. I think that's adorable. I'm going to add, though, a little bit of color just as a little backdrop. So I'm going to add a little bit of green. I happen to have the green. And I'm going to add just a little bit of grass like that. Just so it's not so plain and white. And then I'm going to add, I think I probably have enough blue in here left that I can rub a little bit. There it is. And add just a little bit of blue for sky. There you go. Looks like an Easter egg. We're making an Easter card. Looks like an Easter egg, right? Okay. So I want to attach these two pieces together, because this is going to be something that is going to be popped up on the front of the card, just like this one. I'm going to bring in the original. Okay, it's going to be popped on the front, and we're going to add this cute little image over top. So to put these two together, I am going to use, so I know it's so technical, but I'm going to use a little bit of Scotch tape. So I'm going to go into my little drawer here, and I'll just grab, let's see, my good old Scotch tape. I pull it out quite often because it's just less messy than trying to use glue at times, especially if I'm taping ribbon around just the front of a card or a layer of a card. I'll often grab my Scotch tape. But for something like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some tape, and I'm going to catch the green edge of the frame, and then I'm going to tape it onto the white. So I'm going to be using a few pieces, and I'm going to rotate it around, and this is going to hold these two pieces together, and then you can attach them as a whole onto the card. Now, if I was just putting this onto just a card as a layer and it wasn't hanging over the edge like this, I wouldn't worry about it. But because it's hanging over the edge, I want to have it as one piece. So I'm going to take a little bit of time. And can you see the Scotch tape on there? There. If I hold it in a certain angle, you can kind of see it. And you can see how it is taping those layers together. I'm just going to do the bottom, and then I think we're good. That's all you need, okay? And it's clear, so that's perfect. And it holds it in place. So you can now attach this as one solid piece onto your card, okay? So I'm going to take this piece first, though, and I'm going to pop it up with a little bit of dimension. And it's going to be just a cute little character, little spring character. Okay. And I'm going to just use a little dimension, and we're going to put it right on here like this. That's perfect. Its feet work perfectly with this little frame. Okay, just like so. Isn't that cute? Then we're going to take it and we're going to attach it to over top of the fold. but we're going to attach it just to the upper half. Okay, you don't want to glue it top and bottom, or else you're going to end up gluing your card shut. We don't want that to happen. So I'm going to just take some, again, I'm going to pop it out a little bit. And this is where you can always go over now the edges with your dimensionals, which kind of also add a little bit of sturdiness to it to keep it together. But you want to make sure that you are only putting the dimensionals on the top half, okay? So just down from half, because we're going to end up hanging it over about that much. That should be perfect. Okay, so we can now add this onto here. Now, I haven't opened this up yet because I wanted to give the liquid glue a chance to set before I pull it open, because it's going to be pulling the piece of paper right out of the bottom pocket. So I wanted to make sure it was glued really well, and I want to make sure that I am straight. I think that's straight. That looks pretty good. Yep, that's good. Now I'm going to put a little bow up here. So instead of tying a bow across, I don't want to take away from the pretty detail we've got. So I'm instead going to use a little bit of just natural linen thread, and I'm going to make a cute little bow with it. Let's grab my scissors. Okay. And I'm going to make a bulkier bow, I think. I'm going to see if I can do 1, 2, let's see if I can get 3 of these at a length that I can make a bow. I think I can do that. So I'm going to actually use 3 strings. And I feel like I'm doing a major magic trick here, because we'll see if this turns out. Okay. So I've got 3 pieces all the same. You want to hold them nice and tight. I'm going to do a couple little bunny ears. Okay, let's see. Again, holding them tight together. We're going to cross them over. This is where it gets a little tricky with the 3 bunny ears. And then I'm going to tuck this set of bunny ears through here and just tie them together. See, all intact. Perfect. So there we've got one set. Here's the other set on this side. So it just makes a more full bow when you do more than 1 strand. You can do 2 strands together. I mean, I was being a little ambitious here with 3. Okay, and then you can just trim up the tails a little bit here. You know what I just did? Sharp scissors. We just cut a finger. Okay. Did you hear? You probably heard that. Okay. I am going to just grab a little napkin that I happen to have here. I should have a Band-Aid station next to that. Okay. I'll just hold that close because we don't need to have. It's not too bad. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. See? Just a little tiny cut. You know how they start to bleed right away. So, okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to I am going to have to hold something over top of that. I don't want to we don't need any red embellishments on our card tonight. Okay. There we go. It's all good. Show must go on, right? Crafting must keep going. We're tough. Crafters are tough, right? Okay. But I do like, we got to make sure we tuck it underneath the butterflies on that side, because the last thing I want to do is cover up those butterflies. But I do like that full extra bow. That's cute. Okay, so I'm going to add a few little embellishments. And I'm going to pull in these ones right here. So I'm going to use, these are the vintage pearls, if I remember right. No, they're not vintage pearls. Antique. I think they're antique is what they're called. They have got that antique look to them, but what I like is it's like it's got opalescence, kind of iridescence on there. So what happens is when you put it on whatever paper that you end up adding it to, it takes on the coloring, the reflection takes on the coloring of the actual colors in the paper. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then I am going to pop a couple down over here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And we're going to do one more because I have to have a uneven number. That's just the way it works. So I'm going to do one, maybe a little tiny one over here, just on there like that. Whoop. I think that's cute. Okay, what do we think? We need a greeting. That's what we need. So we're going to do the happy spring. And I did bring in a little piece of white. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp. Do I want to stamp in coral or do I want to stamp in old olive is the question. I think I'm going to go with the coral because we have the old olive there. Let's see. Okay. I know they're beautiful pearls, aren't they? They're so beautiful. I'm doing things one-handed just for a second. Okay, so I'm going to do the happy spring in the coral. Do you see how the middle of my ink pad is quite a bit lighter? That is because I need to re-ink it. I think, see how it's not very, I go in the center. Yeah, see how light it is? It is time that this ink pad gets a little bit of love and I add a little bit of ink to it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna put that one aside. As I've been using them and they're getting a little lighter, every once in a while I go through them all and check, but I haven't had time to do that, to just kind of check them all out. So if you happen to, I don't want you guys have to see my poor little finger here. If you happen to notice one, you know, then pop it aside and that's when you can just add a little bit more ink. I'm going to grab my other cutter here. I think it's going to be easier. Okay. Let's do that. I want the little tiny one. I feel like right now I shouldn't be allowed to cut anything else. Okay, we don't need any more casualties on my fingers. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go right there. I think that's going to be okay. All right, and then we're going to cut it this way. And hold on, I got to get that piece off. And then we're just going to trim it up. Okay, oh, see? Woo. All right. Now it's like a bad movie. Sorry, everyone. Like I said, I really snipped the edge of that. Okay. Okay, we got the Kleenex again. I'm going to make it through. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. Then it will be time for a Band-Aid, I think. Okay. All right. That was, yeah, I cut it a little bit more than I thought. Oops. Okay. So let's pop this. I think this will be cute just like that, tucked underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little dimension. And I'm going to add a little dimension beside it. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to tuck it underneath. Like that. Okay. I think, look at how cute that looks. So happy spring. Just like so. Make sure it's straight. Okay, now I think everything, I'm going to put that over top of that. No one needs to see that. I think that it is going to be okay to actually open up the card now because everything is going to be set. Oh my goodness, careful. I know, it's a killer card. Oh my God. Pressure first to the stopping. I'm trying to do pressure, but it is like it's it's just the very edge, the very tip. I need a band-aid. I know, I do need a band-aid. This is the first time I've had, it's like a bad movie here. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, but the card is cute, right? The card is cute. Okay, so we're gonna open it up now. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if the card's worth it. So here's the outside, and then we're gonna open it up and look it. It pulls it up like that, and we have got Happy Easter. Like, that's adorable, right? So worth it. So worth it. This is take 2 for trying to do this live today. Oh, I tell you, I'm in good shape today. Okay, so there is again the front. We added that little frame. Wash and super glue. Oh, thank you guys. I do have like some special stuff to put on cuts, so I definitely will do that. Who knew crafting was so dangerous, right? Whew, yep, you know what? I do. I'm very brave from crafting. Okay, let's see again. So cute. Okay, see how it pops up? So hopefully you will make it through creating one of these without any injuries like I am. This is supposed to be a fun fold, not a dangerous fold tonight. So give it a try and just be careful. Be careful, right, as you create. But I definitely, this was the original from a couple years ago, and I do love the look of this. But with these papers and these little cutouts, adorable. I think the frame makes it too. And this is the danger right there. That bow, that's what it was, the dangerous bow. And I think it was worth it because that definitely adds a little something, that bow, right? Okay, there we go. It is a sweet card. I did put my blood, sweat, and tears into my work. Oh, you guys make me laugh. Thank you for helping me through it and all the tips on how to take care of my finger tonight. And I will be back and create another card with you on Sunday. There, we can now go to this. There we go. Okay. Made it through. Okay, I'm going to take care of my finger. It's got a little heartbeat in it, but it's going to be okay. We're going to clean it up. Next time you see me creating, I may have a band-aid on there. I think it should be good by Sunday. It's not that bad. But we will see you on Sunday morning. We're going to do Step Up Design. But Sunday will be, we're Friday now, 7, 8, 9. So just 3 days left I would pull out all my cards. I did show them my first try at doing this at 5 o'clock before, the internet went down. But the cards for April, I love the fact that we are getting to use, let's see if I can grab the other one. Getting to use 2 sets of papers. So you get a version in each color, okay, as we create the different designs. I love that. And you will get a quarter package of each set of the beautiful papers. So the black and the white, as well as the neutral ones too, okay? So they are pretty, and the fun fold is going to be kind of like an open up with a gift card pocket in it, okay? So it is a cute little set that we're going to be doing, and I hope you guys will join me for April Card Club. Like I said, registration's just open till the 10th, so if you still want to do it, you're going to want to grab or pop into the link that I have in the description, which will take you to the registration, okay? This time of night is a little bit late for some people are still awake in other areas of the world, but I do have a PDF and video option, just like if you are a hobby demo, and some of you still like to get the kits because everything's pre-cut and ready to go, and it gives you the coordinating papers and embellishments, and you don't have to buy like full packages of each. But if you already have all the stuff and you still want to do the class, there is an option now for a PDF and video for Canadian as well. So I do have both of those options in the registration for you. Okay, I will see you Sunday. I will go take care of my finger, and I hope you guys have a safe, if you're gonna craft tonight, be safe everyone, right? And I will see you on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Let's see here, I have to think this through. Sunday is my March at 10 o'clock. On Sunday, I have got my March card club, which starts at 10. So you know what? For this Sunday, for Step Up, I'm going to start it a little bit earlier. I'm going to say 8:30 in the morning. In that way, yes, Donda, right? And that way I have a little bit of time to get things cleared up before I do card club at 10 o'clock. Okay? So for Step Up, we're going to start at, we'll start at 8:30. That gives me that extra half an hour to reset for card club. Okay, all right, take care everyone, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me, and for joining me the second time if you caught the 5 o'clock partial show. Okay, take care everyone.